Hello, Jobe here, Poet Laureate for the city of Davis, California, bringing you your weekly video poetry reading. This time I'll be reading from Pablo Neruda's 100 Love Sonnets. The original version in Spanish came out in 1960. The one I'll be reading from an edition from the University of Texas Press from 1986 with the translations by Stephen Tapscott. There's some pretty good translations. And it is literally 100 love sonnets. So let's just get started into this. I think everybody already knows enough about Pablo Neruda. I'll start with number one. I've picked some random ones through here. They're really all quite beautiful. It's a wonderful collection. Number one, it starts with the name Matilda, which was the name of Pablo's beloved, his wife. Matilda, the name of a plant or a rock or a wine, of things that begin in the earth and last. Word in whose growth the dawn first opens, in whose summer the light of the lemons burst. Wooden ships sail through that name, and the fire-blue waves surround them. Its letters are the waters of a river that pours through my parched heart. O name that lies uncovered among tangling vines, like a door to a secret tunnel toward the fragrance of the world. Isn't that wonderful? Name that lies uncovered among tangling vines, like the door to a secret tunnel toward the fragrance of the world. Invade me with your hot mouth. Interrogate me with your night eyes, if you want. Only let me steer like a ship through your name. Let me rest there. Wow. I think he liked her. I don't know, what do you think? Lost in the forest, I broke off a dark twig and lifted its whisper to my thirsty lips. Maybe it was the voice of the rain crying, a cracked bell, or a torn heart. Something from far off, it seemed deep and secret to me, hidden by the earth, a shout muffled by huge autumns, by the moist, half-open darkness of the leaves. Waking from the dreaming forest there, the hazel sprig sang under my tongue, its drifting fragrance climbed up through my conscious mind, as if suddenly the roots I had left behind cried out to me. The land I had lost with my childhood, and I stopped, wounded by the wandering scent. Wow. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair. Silent and starving, I prowl through the streets. Bread does not nourish me. Dawn disrupts me. All day I hunt for the liquid measure of your steps. I hunger for your sleek laugh. Your hands the color of a savage harvest, hunger for the pale stones of your fingernails. I want to eat your skin like a whole almond. I love that. I want to eat the sunbeam flaring in your lovely body, the sovereign nose of your arrogant face. I want to eat the fleeting shade of your lashes, and I pace around hungry, sniffing the twilight, hunting for you, for your hot heart, like a puma in the barrens. All right. I think that's pretty clear how he feels. Love, from seed to seed, from planet to planet. The wind with its net through the darkening nations. War with its bloody shoes, or even the day with a thorny night. Wherever we went, islands or bridges or flags, there were the violins of the fleeting autumn, bullet-laced, happiness echoing at the rim of the wineglass, sorrow detaining us with its lesson of tears. Through all those republics, the wind whipped its arrogant pavilions, its glacial hair. It would return the flowers later to their work, but no withering autumn ever touched us. In our stable place, a love sprouted, grew, as rightfully empowered as the dew. So the pace of these is rather swift. You go through them kind of quickly. I may have to choose a couple of extra ones than I have chosen, but I shall. Little queen of my bones, I crown you with laurels from the south and oregano from Lota. And you cannot do without that crown, which the earth made for you, with balsam and green leaves. Like the man who loves you, you come from the green provinces. From there we brought the clay that runs in our blood. In the city we wander like other country people, confused, afraid the market will shut down before we get there. Dearest, your shadow has the fragrance of plums. Your eyes set their roots in the south. Your heart is a clay toy shaped like a dove. Your body is smooth as stones in the water. Your kisses are clusters of fruit fresh with dew. As I live by your side, I live with the earth. Now, when Neruda says the South, I mean, we're hearing this in English, so it's easy to think like Georgia or something like that. But no, he's from Chile. He's a Chilean poet. He's talking about the south of Chile, where he's from. And as you get further south, it gets a bit more rural. Actually, if you go far enough north, it gets more rural too, I believe. The central part on the coast is the bulk of the population. If I'm wrong, so be it. This is poetry, not a geography lesson. But he means the south of Chile. And you know, that's the south of Chile. The seasons are reversed from us, right? That's the southern hemisphere. Doesn't play into that poem. Your hand flew from my eyes into the day. The sky arrived and opened like a rose garden. Sand and sky throbbed like an ultimate beehive in the turquoise. Sand and sky throbbed like an ultimate beehive carved in the turquoise. Your hand touched syllables that rang like bells, touched cups, barrels full of yellow oil, flower petals, fountains, and above all, love. Love. Your pure hands guarded the ladles. That afternoon was. Quietly the night slid over a man asleep, its celestial capsule. Honeysuckle set loose its savage odor. Then your hand fluttered. It flew back again. It closed its wings. Its feathers I thought were lost. Over my eyes the darkness had swallowed. That is lovely. I'd love to read that in Spanish, but I'm not sure I could do all the pronunciations justice. I've taken like high school Spanish, and I've taken adult learning course Spanish a couple of times, but the second like these courses are over, it starts slipping away, and the first thing to go is the proper pronunciations for some of the syllables. And I'm only getting older. I'll be 64. This is Friday when this gets posted. I'll be 64 tomorrow. And my memory's already like a 75-year-old, I swear to God. My heart, queen of the beehive and the barnyard, little leopard of the string and the onions. I love to watch your miniature empire sparkle, your weapons of wax and wine and oil, garlic, and the soil that opens for your hands, the blue material that ignites in your hands, the transmigration of the dream into salad, the snake rolled up in the garden hose. That is a heck of a line. Let's do it again. This is the first two stanzas of this poem, but it's a continuing line. My heart, queen of the beehive and the barnyard, little leopard of the string and the onions. I'd love to watch your miniature empire sparkle, your weapons of wax and wine and oil, garlic, and the soil that opens for your hands, the blue material that ignites in your hands, the transmigration of dream into salad, the snake rolled up in the garden hose. You with your sickle that lifts the perfumes, you with the bossy soap suds, you climbing my crazy ladders and stairs. You taking charge, even my handwriting, its characteristics, even the sand grains in my notebooks, finding in those pages lost syllables that were searching for your mouth. Whoa. I've long gone past all the poems I picked for this. These read so much faster than I expected, and I've just been going through, I'm grabbing them at random here. Oh, love, oh, crazy sunbeam and purple premonition, you come to me and climb your cool stairway. The castle that time has crowned with fog, pale walls of a closed heart. No one else will know that only a delicacy could do it, building its crystals as strong as a city, that the blood poured open its sad tunnels, but its strength never did overpower the winter. Love, that is why your mouth, your skin, your light, your sadness were all the patrimony of life, the blessed gift of the rain, of the natural world that holds and lifts the pregnant seeds. The secret storm of the wine in the cellars, the flare of the coin in the soil. Let me have a sip of coffee and I'll do one more. I've seen people write throughout the centuries that wine is the drink of poets. Coffee is pretty damn good too, all right? I like a nice dark roast, rich and strong, like love. All right. January, rough times, when the indifferent noon makes its equation in the sky, like wine in a glass. A hard gold fills the earth to its blue limits. Rough times of the season, like little grapes distilling green bitterness, the hidden confused tears of the days, swelling in clusters till bad weather lays them bare. Yes, seed germs and grief. Everything that throbs, frightened in the crackling January light will ripen, will burn, as the fruit burned ripe. And our problems will crumble apart. The soul blow through like a wind. And here where we live, we'll all be clean again, with fresh bread on the table. And I wish you fresh bread on the table. Be safe in these times of pandemic. Wear your mask when you go someplace. Thank you very much for the City of Davis. I'm James Lee Jobe. I'll join you again next week.